So how many's in the physios at the moment then?
8, I think it is. 8 players. I mean, it's not ideal. Of course, it's not ideal to have these injuries, but we know it, and obviously we're doing our best to make sure that people are keeping their fitness levels up as well, because they're going to be needed over the next few weeks. I mean, I think next week we'll, be kinder because we've got 5 days recovery, and at the minute we've got to get through this game at the weekend and hopefully come through unscathed with any more. In fact.
Anybody unlikely to make it from the walking wounded?
At the minute, Craig Armstrong won't play, so that's obviously a concern to us. But if he can play, if he's needed, I know that he's done it in the previous few weeks. He's played for us. Duffers, he's got obviously stitches in his eye, so I can't train him today. He'll have to put, I'm going to go mad about the doctor again. He was so laid back, it was scary. But I mean, it did take a while. So yeah, these are things you have to deal with, and frustrating. So Duffers know we want training. Nixie is 50-50 today whether he'll train. We're getting, the boys are doing the body fats and they're weighing in today. So yeah, we'll look at things at the minute. Spatey, I doubt he'll train, and we're hoping to have a practice match really, so to give people a bit of a game. I mean, we've got a few youngsters up here today, so they're filling gaps if you like. Yeah, he's training today. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think that I brought Paul in here to be my left back to the club, and it's been frustrating that you haven't got your sort of first choice, but because Craig can play a number of positions, and he's done a great job for us. He really has helped us. But as I say, I think it's a blow when any manager brings in a top player like Paul Eckenbottom to this level. And we're grateful for him coming to this football club, but I think he's just as frustrated as I am, is that he hasn't been able to pull on a Stag shirt. But once he does and he gets his full fitting, we'll see a very good player there in that position.
So if he comes through this practice match today, he's going to be very much in the thought for
Yeah, he will be. Yeah, I've got to say that. Even though it might be putting him in a little bit at the deep end, but he's got experience and he's a very good character. But I will only be doing that if it's 100% right for him.
What's your other options if Craig can't make it and Paul's not fit enough?
Well, it may be go with one of the youth team players, again at left back. I can't put Luke Graham there because I haven't got any other centre halves.
Scott Gardner, perhaps?
Scott Gardner is not a left back. He played there, done the job twice. He played once very well, once he didn't have as good a night as he would like. But so it's difficult throwing people in at the deep end, and it's not ideal, is it? Let's face it. But we're hopeful that Paul will come through, and obviously Craig if he has to be patched up. But no, I haven't got any other replacements in that position, and it's something that I have to manage. I can't do anything about it.
One piece of good news with
regard
to availability. Obviously, Gary was back in the equation.
It does. It pleases me because Gary was suspended, and rightly so. His handbags came out, and he knows himself that he let himself down. He apologised, but he's itching to get back in. So we're going to have a training game today and ask questions of players and see who's up for the fight, who wants to pull that shirt on. And I've always said you train as well as you play, and the boys are needing to at the moment because there's competition for place in various places. But I feel that little bits that are still hurting you, they do that when you ain't having, it sounds stupid, you want to win so much, don't you? You want to win for this football club, of course we do. And at times it's testing, but it's enjoyable as well.
On Saturday, I mean, as much as we talk about the struggles away, I mean, at home, we've been scoring a lot of goals, so would it be more of the same kind of...
Yeah, up and at them, absolutely right, yeah, we've got to set the standard up and at them, I think that we've got to come out the traps, and I think the Hayes and Yedding game was always going to be a different type of encounter for the fans as well as it was for the players, because you're playing against a completely different texture of team. But likewise, I felt we managed that game very well. We gave them a goal really, which was a split decision, if you like. But as I say, I felt we played very well, and it's always a difficult one for the fans as well, because after the euphoria of the Oxford game, and then you come down a little bit. But again, we've got them 3 points, which was the most important thing. And again, it will be this Saturday.
The boosters when you get Chester, won't they?
Yeah, I think that although I think Chester at the minute are not certainly a team, are they? They're, at the minute they've got a lot of fractions in there. So it was a good win for them, still away from home. You know, you've got to give them credit for that. And they've got a couple of good players in there. I mean, Brown's a good player, and certainly we've got an old friend of ours in Tommy Amiobi up top. So, you know, I rate Tommy. I like him, and you know, we'll have to make sure that we're up against him and letting him know what we're about.
Early on in the season, you sort of kept a number of clean sheets, and I think it's quite a few games that you haven't now. So I guess you'll be quite keen to. Yeah.
No. I mean, I mentioned it after the game the other night, you know. But if you allow people space, and I think there's been a couple of games that really we could have had a clean sheet. We really should have done. But I think sometimes things are not going all your own way, and you can't expect it to. But you know, nobody works harder on the training ground than we do, and we've got to put that right. But players, you know, must step up to the mark, and defenders have to defend correctly. And that goes whether you're playing against Oxford or you're playing against Forest Green.
Second managerial casualty of the week half, was that a bit of a surprise to you? You really quite saw that one from this early.
Well, again, I think you have to manage your own club, and I don't wish to see any manager depart. I think they've got their expectations there, and obviously whatever they've made that decision on what they base is the facts. I think you have to deal in facts, and it's not good for Mick, and I wish him well. I really do, because he's a good man. But you know, I know Mick Wadsworth left Chester as well for probably different reasons. But who knows? And I hope that I wish them both well.